Hello guys and welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to do what if India made an empire. So the first thing they will do is invade Sri Lanka. They or yeah, Sri Lanka. So they move in from the north of the island and make their way down south across the coast of both sides of the island, hoping to completely landlock it. After they successfully did that, they begin closing in on what remains unoccupied before they occupy everything and annex it all. After that, they go to war with Bangladesh. They begin first. They begin trying to push into the coast to to occupy the whole heavily occupied populated areas. After that, they begin pushing in. They goes from the east instead. After taking some land there, they begin pushing up down from the north as well to make sure that they don't get cut in half. That they don't take this area here. They then begin to move in and take over the northern regions. Think that they can just, instead of using a lot of time to invade the heavily populated areas, they just take over a majority of their farmland to force them to surrender. They continue moving in till eventually Bangladesh decides to surrender. That India annexes the entirety of Bangladesh, just like that. India has completely annexed Bangladesh. After this, they go to war with both Nepal and Bhutan. They've been slowly pushing into both countries because of how mountainous they are. Pushing in from both east and west of Nepal, trying to take over the entire country, as well as pushing in from south, east and west to take over Bhutan. Eventually Bhutan simply just gives in and surrenders, while Nepal is still holding on strong. So they eventually, when they have gotten this far, decide to make a deal with Nepal, allowing them to stay independent as a puppet state. They agree, and then India annexes, fully annexes Bhutan. Like that. After that, they decide to go to war with Pakistan. Then they begin moving in down here, as well as along the coast, take out to eliminate the use of their navy, but they are quickly stopped. So they decide to push in up north here, try to make their way over to their capital. So they quickly cut off this region here and begin moving in. And after they have completely occupied this area here, they decide to continue moving down towards the coast until they are stopped here. They decide to begin pushing up from here, moving, trying to cut the country in half again, but they are stopped. So they just begin pushing in up here. After a while, it's currently a stalemate. But then India sends a naval invasion here, begin to push into Pakistan, and when troops made it to the border here, they sent a naval invasion here to encircle them, then taking over the entire Pakistani coast. Now it's only a matter of time before they run out of resources, because they made arrangements with both Iran and Afghanistan to not trade with Pakistan during the war. So eventually, when their weapons begin to fail, as well as ammunition begins running low, their front lines begin collapsing. So while they do a massive retreat from over here to try to make it out alive, this entire area gets encircled. They then begin moving in from where their front lines collapsed, crushing or eliminating all the front lines that are over here. After that, they begin moving in from here as well before being stopped. But just then, the front line down here broke, as well as over here, so they managed to make another encirclement. After having occupied that, they continue making their way in through the remnants of their army, eventually having Pakistan surrender. So they then decide to annex this here, as well as this, having the rest as a puppet state. There we go. After that, they go to war with Burma. So they send a naval invasion from this island here to multiple areas along the coast around here, as well as closer to their capital. They make a foothold here, as well as manage to completely occupy this here area. They then begin making their way up towards the capital before being stopped. After that, they begin moving down the coast from their mainland, as well as doing a full frontal assault to try to strain their resources. And after a little while, they eventually make it down here, where their army has set up defenses, but then they simply just move around those defenses and encircle them. Begin moving their way to completely encircle them, which they managed to do successfully. Then slowly occupies the entire area with their overwhelming forces. And after they manage to occupy this area here, the remainder surrenders, and then they begin moving their way up the coast here, capturing their capital, having them surrender. After that they occupy this as well as this. This is the lands they annex. The rest will become a puppet state of India. There we go. Just like that. And that is what if India made an empire. Hope you enjoy this video, and I'll see you in the next one.